Hello, and welcome to episode 55 of Fallen Dragons. I'm Mike, I'm your DM for the night. I'm here with three of my players. I'm going to throw it over to them and let them tell you who they are and what they do. So, uh, I'll start next to me in my picture with LaFall.
Hello, I'm a fall. I am a half dragon, half human. Dragon half is gold and silver. I am a warrior champion. And I keep these two right now. Other total before out of trouble all the time.
Or at least you try to, anyway. Okay. Below the fall is Robin.
Hi, I'm Robin. I'm playing Kenna. She is a tiefling and she's a multi-class bard and fighter.
And then next to her, over in the corner, is Jinx.
Hi, everybody. I'm Will. I play Jinx, and I'm going to loot that body.
Mm. Hopefully, LaFall's magic on your instrument helps you from being strung up.
Hopefully, we have no idea.
Yeah,
Knowing my terrible luck and rolls.
you could still roll a one.
Thank God I have not used vicious mockery yet,
Okay.
because the only being mocked it would be my rolls.
Yeah. Your dice are like, you want to do what? Okay. As we left last time, you guys were getting last minute supplies to start your journey back to Canimir, as you have been commissioned to take the body of the princess home. At the end of the last episode, did you guys have everything packed that you wanted to take, or do you still have things to do before you hit the road?
Uh, I believe we got everything. We got the two unconscious, probably one starving to death now, for as long as she's been unconscious, or
uh,
starving to death.
you just every now and again you just shove some jerky in her mouth, and she's like, "Okay,
Don't worry, we can up Bernie's her.
yeah." And
We got traveling supplies. We got torches.
is this like the first time that Korai has ever been unconscious in the wagon, or what?
No,
Oh, no,
Okay,
this
no.
No, I
is
don't
the
think so.
second or third time.
No.
okay. I
Jinx has
just
been 5. Kenna's been 2.
um,
And
Melody just has a long running thing.
yep.
She got off the ship long enough to join you guys and ended up unconscious anyway. So, so it looks like you've got everything. So, um, the 5 of you, counting the 2 unconscious in the wagon, um, who are currently buried under supplies and stuff because there's only so much room in the wagon. You guys start heading toward the main gate of Solaria after you get out of Solaria. You will turn slightly to the south and pass, your guys' favorite vacation spot, Half Cliff Swamp and the open lands. So, and then after you pass that, you'll come to the border of Canimir. But as you're approaching the main gate of Solaria, you notice that the 2 guards that are normally there aren't there. The gate's open, but there's nobody standing next to it.
Okay.
I'm going to roll perception check.
Okay.
Unless anybody else wants to roll a perception check.
You can
No,
all
we'll trust you.
Okay.
you
Okay, I'm just worried about taking over the game. I really don't want to do that.
the way you guys are rolling, somebody needs to.
All right, here we go. Oh, that's the percentile dice. Here we go. 16. Hey, good roll right off the bat. The rest are going to be awful.
You look around and when you do, you don't see either one of the guards, but you do pick up a strange scent coming from where the guards should be standing.
All right, Dad, let's go. Let's go that way. I pointed the opposite direction and put my left foot forward like I'm about ready to leave.
Well, you can go through the back gate, but you'd have to go all the way to the other side of town to do it.
Oh, no. I mean, Jinx is playing the coward route and not wanting to go into the city at all.
So, so you guys get your wagon through the front gate. And as you're passing the gate itself, you notice that the 2 guards are laying on the ground next to the gate.
Check them out. See if they're breathing.
Give me a medicine check.
So roll a 13 plus total is 16.
You jump down and you do a quick medicine check on the 2 of them. They are breathing, but barely. and the area around them looks like it has been disturbed.
Can I cast lesser restoration on them?
You can try and see if that counteracts what happened to them. It's gonna be harder to do because you don't know anything about what happened to them. You're just casting it and sort of hoping it works.
Right. Okay, it doesn't say to roll for it or anything.
What's it say?
It just says it's one action and instantaneous. It just says you touch a creature and can end either one disease or one condition afflicting it.
Okay, so there are two guards laying there.
Okay, well, try it on one of them. I mean, we really just want to know what happened. So if I can get them to the point where they can tell us what happened, that would be all right.
Yeah. How much willpower do you have?
Willpower.
There
That's
should.
vampire.
Well, no, there's willpower in D&D too.
Is there?
Yeah.
Which I don't I never heard that, so I don't know.
You can actually burn. You can actually burn willpower for an instant success.
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah. But I'm going to see if your lesser restoration actually worked. Well, don't think I've ever rolled 3 dice and got quite as nice of a result as that. I got I rolled 3d20 and got 2 natural 20s and a 19.
Oh wow.
So you cast it and the guards slowly start to move around and slowly start to get back to consciousness again. And they look up and from the ground and see you guys in the wagon and all that.
You two all right?
We're not really sure right now.
What happened to you? What happened to you anyway?
we were standing at our post at the gate, and this this elven family walked past us at the gate, and the next thing we knew, you were waking us up. So I don't really know what happened.
They didn't speak with you or anything?
The younger child waved a bit as they walked by, but that's about all. It makes me somewhat suspicious, given the difficulties that are going on in the area right now. All we need is the townspeople to go sideways.
And you'd never seen these elves before.
No.
Like, I kind of turned to LaFall and Jinx, and I'm like, well, I know we're on a mission and all, but what do you lot think? Is this something we ought to be investigating?
I mean, the place is a mess. We should just look for survivors and make sure everybody's all right. Well, I don't like the looks of this. Something's off. Something
Right.
just smells in the wind.
What were the elves? What race?
Just regular elves, as far as I know. They weren't drow or anything like that.
Well, were they high elves? Were they forest elves?
Did it make cookies and trees? Well, the baking elves are very, very skilled bakers.
That comment, the two guards are like, they look at each other like, what?
Well, you never heard of the Keeblers?
No. And what was really strange, now that my head is clear enough to think about it, these were sea elves. They don't normally wander around in groups, and they try to stay as close to water as possible. So I have no idea what they were doing walking out of the front gate of Solaria. We, we have sea elves here, but they generally have their own little neighborhood next to the ocean. So it just seems a little odd.
So they were heading into or out of Solaria? I'm confused. They were going in or out the gate?
They were coming out of the front gate.
So it means that they found either another way in or they've been in there for a while. And
do you know how long ago this was? I mean, I know you were unconscious, but have you got any concept of how long ago it was they left?
Maybe a couple of hours. it all happened this morning, so um, if you uh, ha- happen to run across them in your travels, tell them they have a standing appointment with the queen, with the king, and he wants to see them.
All right, well, honestly, I'm sort of hoping we don't come across them because they sound rather dangerous. But if we do, we'll let you know. We'll let them know.
Well, all elves have magic. It's just a question of what they use it for. And I don't remember doing anything to anybody, so I, I'm not real sure why they would do what they did. And with that, you guys uh, take the wagon through the gate, and you are outside the city at this point. So, what do you guys want to do?
Wait,
Guess we head towards Canimir.
But what about the body?
we already got Princess body.
Right, haven't we got that in the wagon?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were at the other place in the other city already. I don't know why.
No, we've only just left Solaria.
No,
Okay.
you haven't traveled quite that quickly.
Okay.
So, in fact, depending on whether you get slowed down at Half Cliff Swamp or the open land, it's gonna take you a couple of days to get to the border of Canimir. There aren't any elves in the party currently, are there?
I don't think so.
Not awake, no.
Right, yeah, only
Oh, right.
only why can't I think of her name?
Korai.
Korai.
Korai. Yeah.
She's a drow, I guess. Right
Right.
now, she would be the closest that you get.
Right.
Um, Too bad they're never awake when you need them to be. So, you guys head off down the road. Uh, you picked a fine weather day. You, you should have no problem as far as that goes. Uh, okay. Um, It is about maybe 1 p.m. when you guys finally get everything loaded and get going. Um, and you figure if you can travel all the way till dark, you should be able to get past Half Cliff Swamp and the open lands before sunset. That way the noxious gas off Half Cliff Swamp, maybe you'll be able to avoid that. So, is anybody doing anything, or do you all just want to get out of here?
Well,
I'm ready to head out.
I'm all for getting past Halfcliff Swamp as quickly as possible. So yes, I think we'd best be on our way.
Yeah, 'cause the last time you visited here, it didn't go all that well.
No, not really.
No, it went perfectly well. We found what we needed and we got out alive.
Yes, well, you can say that. You didn't pick up some nasty parasite, did you?
Well, you know, swamp zombies don't have an incredibly large uh, reputation for sharing, but in your case, they decided to.
They had no choice because they were incinerated for a while.
Right. So, um, Jinx, give me a con check.
All right. 14 plus. Where did I put my sheet? All right, 14 plus. 15.
Um, you're not sure why, but you just feel slightly off today.
Huh.
You feel 1 minute you'll be overheating and the next minute you are somewhat chilly and you're not sure why.
Oh, I hope I don't have the white nose. Quick. Do I have any fungus spores on my wings?
What are you talking about, Jinx?
I'll just, it's just a little warm in here, and it's everybody else will get a little bit of chills.
Can I roll medicine and check Jinx out?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, well, that didn't go too well. It was a total of 5.
She's fine.
And your dice are up to wonderful form already.
Yeah.
Uh,
Maybe I should have worn my lucky socks tonight.
You look at Jinx, you feel around a little bit, and you can definitely tell there's something going on, but you have no clue as to what. So, so,
Out of me, Jinx, perfectly normal.
So nothing to worry about. Okay.
Well, I mean, we'll keep an eye on you. Let us know if, you know,
There's
things
nothing
seem
we
to
need
get
to keep an
worse.
eye on Jinx for. He's perfectly normal. I rolled a 1.
oh yeah. So you're absolutely clueless. You think
No. I know exactly how I diagnosed Jinx. Jinx is perfectly normal. There's nothing wrong with her. She's not sick. She's not nothing. She's perfectly 100% normal.
Well, I'm gonna hold my tongue, but I'm definitely gonna like, kind of keep an eye on Jinx as we
yeah.
go along.
Jinx is just being Jinx.
Right, yeah.
No, Jinx is absolutely normal this time. She's not being Jinx.
Cause yeah, cause normally Jinx is fighting with some breakfast dish or something.
Right.
Yeah. In fact, that
Oh,
that's what immediately goes through your head, which is it's slightly. You guys left around lunchtime, and you you get this feeling that if you just eat something, you'll be okay. So, yeah, it's good travel weather, so you guys make um, good time distance wise. Are you gonna stop and have lunch, or are you gonna eat on the go and just keep going, or this would be an opportunity for you to water the horses, but
Well, that's
uh,
true.
yeah, we might as well. I mean, we've got a little time. We might as well stop.
Yeah,
We can
I
still get
agree.
past the swamp before. I mean, even if we get past the swamp slightly after sunset, at least we'd be getting past it tonight. So
right.
yeah, I think we'll have to stop and water the horses, have something to eat.
So you guys see this massive tree that must be 10 feet at the diameter of the trunk, and it looks like it's been there for a very long time. So you guys park your wagon under this gigantic tree and sit down to have lunch. Now, you guys just went shopping before you left, so you guys should have plenty of food for your trip. So, what do the three of you do?
Uh, Fix lunch, eat, relax a little bit before we pack up and start moving again.
So, what sort of lunch did Jinx pack? Oh, what sort of food type things did Jinx pack? Con- considering you like your food to be,
Insect.
live and whatever.
I want to say I caught some crickets and I'm just dipping my head into a bag and just eating them.
Okay. Uh, give me a Constitution check.
All right, Rowan Con again. Oh, wow. 30-20.
You don't know what kind of crickets they are, but they seem to be not giving you much of a problem.
all, all I know is that they're crunchy.
What is Kenneth doing?
Just getting into my bag and finding some stuff to eat. And
Um, I need everybody to give me a perception check.
20, but not nat. 20 with
Okay.
bonus.
25 total.
What did Jinx get?
I got a 6.
Okay. Well, you guys are eating. LaFall and Kenna look up at the wagon. It's rocking side to side.
Go check it out.
Yeah, I think I'll head over and see what's going on as well.
Hi, where are you guys going? Guys? I tipped my head back into the bag and I just stopped keep eating the crickets.
Okay. Give me another Constitution check at disadvantage.
Ooh, okay. So I'm rolling 2 dice now. I got 9.
While the other two are over at the wagon trying to figure out why it's shaking, Jinx, you get a very intensely warm feeling out of nowhere.
Okay. Maybe I just need to take a dip. I'm going to check if there's any water around.
Okay.
I got a 12.
You don't remember seeing any major body of water. Cause you're headed inland.
Mm-hmm.
But there are small ponds and lakes around, in fact. A few miles further up the road, there is a major lake.
All right, Jinx, you can hold up. You can wait for the water. You just need to relax and get ahead. Hold yourself.
So you're actually going to try this, are you?
Yep, I'm going to try to fight whatever's going on.
Um, Give me another Constitution check,
All right. With
and
disadvantage?
yeah, and you've got to beat a 15.
Oh, I got double 11s. So I failed.
Um, your Suddenly your sight narrows down, and then everything goes black.
Oh, bugger hell, did I just go blind? There must be
But
something.
but it only goes black for a minute or two,
Oh,
and and then you open your eyes again. But and you can see, but everything has a red tint to it,
oh, bugger.
and you are very warm.
Oh,
I mean, you're probably hotter than you normally are, but for some reason, your body seems to be adjusting to it.
all right. Okay. Calm down. Everything's fine. Everything's great. I'm going to nod every as long as you can. I can only see in red.
And the other two of you, um, what would this be? Uh, I need a perception check at disadvantage because this is not normal.
Okay, so I rolled a 15. Perception is a +5, so it'd be a 20 total on the roll. So whatever the disadvantage would be brought down to.
Um, well, did you roll 2 dice and take the lesser of the two?
Oh, no.
That's what
18. So it's an 18.
Yeah.
I have an 11.
Okay. Those are still high enough for you to notice what's now sitting in the shotgun seat next to whichever one of you is driving.
Well, that'd be kind of dry.
So all of a sudden, Kenna, you turn your head while you're driving, and Jinx isn't there. What is
Wait. We
Wait,
weren't
we
currently
were
driving.
we were eating, and then
Yeah, we had parked. We weren't currently driving.
okay?
yeah,
Well,
and
We
you
just-
made the wagon shake, and we were
Right.
investigating that.
We just ran
all
up to the
right.
wagon to
Yeah,
see what had happened.
I just jumped ahead a little bit. Okay, so you get to the wagon, and the two of your people who are currently tied down to the wagon are, for lack of better words, having having um well, looks like a seizure, but they're both doing it at the same time.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
bloody
not good.
hell.
And they're doing it hard enough to make the wagon move.
That's not good at all.
Maybe we'd best pull them out of the wagon and put them on the ground. I mean, just, in case they damage the wagon.
Oh, they ain't gonna damage the wagon. You can trust me on that.
They're
Right.
tied close enough together that the only thing they're probably going to damage is either your supplies or themselves.
Well, I still think we ought to get them out of the wagon, so they don't hurt themselves banging against something, and so we can best take a look at them and see what's really going on.
Okay. So you and LaFall begin to untie them so you can take them out of the wagon.
No, take them out the wagon at the same time, tied together, and then untie them afterwards.
Okay. So, well, it works either way. After a couple minutes, you get them laying on the ground under the tree next to the wagon. Once you untie them, everything stops. They stop. They begin laying their apparently peaceful looking, which they weren't even peaceful looking when you threw them in the wagon this morning, but um, apparently getting out of the wagon has calmed them both down. Uh,
And they're both still breathing then. They're alive.
yeah. As you're dealing with those two, you turn your head back toward your base camp, which is like maybe 15 feet away. And I need a fallen candidate to give me perception checks.
16.
10.
That's enough. You both turn your head as you're headed back to your camp. But Jinx isn't there. Or at least he's not where you thought he was when you went over to the wagon. In the spot where you thought Jinx was is a large dog with formidable claws, 4 rows of teeth, and red eyes.
Another one of these again.
Well,
No, that's what I look at it and say. Another one of you all again. Are you all ever going to learn you can't take us?
Well,
What,
this,
what are you talking about?
yeah, you you say something to it, and it responds to you in Jinx's voice.
Oh, bloody hell.
What?
Jinx?
Yeah, it's me. What's up? I mean,
Uh,
I had a little bit of a fiery sensation, and my vision turned red. But I mean, I'm still big, right?
um, all right, I'm gonna go back to the wagon and look for something like reflective, so Jinx can see for himself that everything is not all right.
Well, we'll say that you have a small mirror in your backpack because everybody has one.
Oh, all right. So I'm gonna pull that out and like hold it up and be like, Jinx,
Bloody hell! What is that? Kill it
that's
with
you.
fire!
That's you, apparently.
What? It can't be me. Where's my wings? I have wings, so I don't look like that.
Nah, you look, you turn your head and try to look on your back, and
I start kind of doing like a dog would chase their tail. I'm doing that, but looking for my wings.
and there's no wings.
Okay. Don't we panic. But I think I lost me wings somewhere.
Uh,
Now,
Well, you've completely transformed into something other than you.
well, at least I'm me, right? Or at least I'm hoping
I
I'm me.
hope so. I honestly hope so.
I mean, last thing I want to do is, cut anybody apart, hurt anyone.
Oh, that's a relief.
and just and Jinx, just as you say that, you get this
Oh
really
no.
really intense urge to go hunting.
I mean, I am a bit famished, though. You guys got bugs? Oh, we have to dig some up or something.
Yeah, I thought you were the one that brought the bugs. But
I
wait
just
more.
bound off and go hunting for insects.
Oh, uh, in this form, you're not hunting for insects.
Oh,
In this form, you're hunting for things that are at least um, fox size, if not bigger.
all right. I'm going to see if I can find a rabbit.
Okay, well, Jinx is gonna take off. I'm gonna look at LaFall and be like, I'm I'm gonna follow and make sure he's
I
all
rolled a
right.
3.
The,
Glad none of my hunting skills have not changed.
well, this is the first time you've ever attempted this, so you don't really have any idea what you're doing.
Well, I mean, I've hunted bugs before. This is my first time hunting anything bigger.
You turn back and you bound back toward the wagon, and you have a really strange feeling at that point.
Oh no.
Because you look at LaFall and you look at Kenna, and,
Okay.
and what, for a very short instant, goes through your head is that they look tasty.
Okay, guys, I don't want to scare you, because right now, the Lord knows I'm scared to death. But I've realized something. You're both made of meat, and I suddenly got a craving for meat. I don't want a craving for meat. Somebody help me.
Well, that's a little. I'm glad you led with "I don't want to scare you." Um,
It didn't help.
It take more than me, even though this is Jinx, for that species to scare me. It take maybe a pack of a dozen or so.
Well, yeah, you being half gold, half silver dragon, and a quarter each, I guess. Um, you are quite familiar with what hellhounds look like. You have encountered them before.
well, actually, as have I. I actually tamed a couple of them with my music once,
Yeah.
but
But,
they didn't talk to me in my friend's voice and tell me they wanted to eat me either.
well, no, this is a
Oh, they didn't
definite.
talk in my friend's voice either, but they did talk, saying that they wanted to try to eat me. They were going to eat me, but they failed.
Well, it's because um, normally hellhounds speak in communicate in undercommon, and you being a dragon, you would know that. Um, however, you are in a similar situation because the last ones you dealt with weren't Jinx, and yeah,
Oh, don't worry, my rolls are terrible, so
Well,
odds are if we had to fight, you put me down pretty quick.
well,
Well,
we're gonna make this a rather interesting situation.
Oh, like it's
I'll
not
t-
interesting enough as it is.
well, I'll tell Jinx, hey, if you want to go hunting, I mean, I can come with you, and maybe I could take down something for us to have for dinner tonight in case we don't end up
Pull out a slab of meat,
in
make
an
it a whole
inn.
lot easier. See if Jinx will eat that.
Oh, wow. You know, both ideas I love, and I like them a lot. But I just gotta get used to, my being like, how long does this last? Can I turn back to normal? When does?
you
Oh,
have
I'm
no.
sorry, I'm having an existential crisis at the moment.
Well, I mean, none of us would know. It's not as if this has ever happened before. Why exactly has this happened anyway?
Well, remember the times that I fought a hellhound in the car?
Yes, at the
The,
swamp.
I
the,
think that's what happened.
Oh,
the,
bloody hell.
while you and LaFall were off getting
Right.
the
The flour.
what? Yeah, the flour you needed.
Right.
Uh,
But I mean,
Jinx.
Jinx had told us, so we were aware of what had happened, but I don't think any of us were expecting this.
I don't think anybody was expecting this
Here
though.
you go, Jinx.
Thank you.
Toss Jinx a slab of meat.
I just bent down there. I just start chewing into it. So, well, I guess we probably have to figure out how to time this. And I'm using my hands to show off myself.
So, you're doing the Vanna White pose only,
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
uh, only with claws and such.
Yes.
We'll deal with this when we gotta deal with it. We're gonna
Well,
muzzle you. We'll do whatever we have to. Tie you up with ropes so you don't eat anyone.
oh my gosh, you're getting a little kinky, isn't it?
Well, thank God you're not on a date.
Yeah.
Yeah, if this had happened while
Oh
you
my
were.
God! What if she finds out? This isn't contagious, is it?
Oh, apparently so.
Oh bloody hell! I might have given her. Oh crap! I gotta call
Well,
her. I gotta figure out how to call her. I gotta explain this to her. She's gonna be so angry.
well,
Oh,
question. Did you bite her hard enough at any point in the night to draw blood?
oh no! I definitely did not bite. I'll make sure that I was a complete gent. Gent. She was a bit rough. I won't lie.
So, in that sense, she'll be okay.
Oh god. Whew. Whew.
Yes, but what if this is permanent? I mean, what are we going to tell the king and queen of Canimir if we show up with a bloody hellhound? No offense,
Just
Jinx.
you tamed it on
He's
the
my
walk.
pet. Are they gonna argue with a half dragon about her pet?
He's he's your forward scout. He's a
Yeah.
you he, you have him around to check things out before you get there. But yeah, this is gonna make an already awkward situation even more
150
awkward.
times actually.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, well, in the meantime, I'm gonna go
All
check
right,
on Korai and
you
Nala
do
and make
that.
sure they're all right.
I'm gonna take some measurements here. Okay, get a snout length, width, thickness,
I do my best to
um,
hold still.
a harness situation measurement. Okay. Well, while you all are resting right here, I'll be back in a couple of hours with gear.
What?
I'm flying back to town real fast, buying a muzzle and a harness so I can control this one.
Okay, you can do that.
Oh my god,
Uh,
my sing career's over.
I don't know. I don't know. Your voice is exactly the same.
Well, I know. I meant look wise. I mean, I'm supposed to be the world's greatest singing bat. And look at me, I'm
And
the
it might
world's.
make it a bit hard to play a lute as well, I would think.
Well, yeah, my claws might go through the strings. You're a bit right there.
And I don't know how well a crowd is going to hang out when a hellhound walks onto the stage and
And just start singing. Well, I mean, it would be pretty metal.
Well,
Uh,
I mean, when I
yeah,
tamed those two, I did have that idea of taking them on stage with me playing my drum and call ourselves Henna and the Hellhounds. So we could still do that.
I like where it's at. I'm all for it.
okay,
yeah,
so I'm
when
gonna go
you
to the armor,
okay, so
give them the measurements for a muzzle and harness, but also for armor.
armor for him.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I don't know that anybody's fitted a hellhound with armor. That would just make them more difficult to get rid of.
There's a first time for everything.
well, I don't know how long Jinx is going to be like this, so I got to plan for the future. Since
Right.
since there, since I don't know the real physical how durable he will be, I got to make sure I have armor to put on him for battle. I got to
True.
make sure that he's able to at least bite through it as well, and claw.
Plus, none of you know how long this is gonna last. You
Yep,
don't know. You know, even even Jinx doesn't know if he's ever
exactly.
gonna go back to normal.
So we got to make sure I got a muzzle, I got a harness so I can control Jinx, so he doesn't run off to try to bite people. And then when we do need him to bite people, he's got plenty of armor to protect himself. So
Yeah,
we need piecemeal for Jinx.
Right. And first off, the blacksmith looks at you like you
I'm
want,
just I just no I don't say it's for a hellhound. I describe it for a big war dog.
and he's like, okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
I picked up a war dog outside. I don't know how I picked it up. It just started following us. And when we finally came to a rest, it came right up and lay down my lap.
okay. And he's the leather, the harness, and the muzzle he can fairly quickly make. It takes him a little longer for the armor. Um, and he asks you, do you think this dog is going to grow, or is it,
Uh,
or, or
it's
is
hard
it,
to say. I think it might be full grown. There might be a little bit more growth. That's why I like to get piecemeal. At least that way I can adjust it.
oh, okay, I can do that. Because I didn't want to make something that was really fitted and then have
Oh
them
no, trust me when I
grow out of
know
it.
yeah, I know when this thing if this thing is either fully grown or when it does get fully grown, I'll make sure to come get the proper fitted
Uh,
uh plate armor for it.
okay. Uh, and
Actually, I'll probably bring you out to get it properly fitted. I won't bring the warhound in.
uh, okay.
At least not right away. If we
They
can help it. It may
they
follow us into town when we come back.
they are iffy around people if they've never been around people very much. Uh,
Well,
but
like I said, this one came in and just laid down right in my lap as soon as we stopped for our lunch. So obviously, it's got no issue with people because it came right up to us.
you know, at least it's got no issue with dragons, at least, which which is a surprise on my part. But yeah,
Mm. Yeah, the surprise is putting it mildly.
mm, you usually hellhounds don't like much of anything. Um, the fact that it plopped down on your lap is kind of interesting. Um, give me an hour and I'll have all of this put together and you can take it back.
Thank you.
Um, so for the hour that the blacksmith is working on this, what is LaFall gonna do?
I'm gonna float out in the lake.
Gonna relax for a while, are you?
Yep.
Well, you're in luck. There's nobody else at the lake at the moment. So you can indeed have the lake to yourself for a little while. While this is going on, we will cut back to uh, Jinx and Kenna and your wagon there. So, what are Jinx and Kenna doing right now?
I'm going to
Well,
pick up a stick and drop it at Kenna's lap. I'm going to sit
Okay.
and wag my tail.
all right, Jinx. I guess that
Okay.
means you want me to throw this for you.
Right.
Kenna,
I don't know why, but this sounds amazing.
Kenna,
Yes.
give me a con check.
A con check? Okay. 19.
When he drops the stick in your lap, you notice that it's extremely warm. Anything he touches generally bursts into flames.
Well, it's a good thing no resistant to fire damage.
Yeah, considering he was born in hell, it's like everything he touches bursts into flames. So, but you're able to pick up the stick and toss it.
I'm going to chase after it at top speed and then bring it back. But I need to find out if I bring the right back the right stick. I rolled an 11.
You are in fact able to
Okay.
bring back the correct stick.
And I want to warn you, I am basing this off my sister's corgi. We will be playing fetch for the entire hour.
So I'll throw the stick again.
I'm rolling to see if I find the stick this time. 17. I'm pretty sure I find this.
Yep. Things are going well in your fetch the stick game. And you do this. Kenna, you throw the stick several times. In fact, one time, Jinx even leaps into the air and catches it before it gets over his head.
I don't know why, but this is the most fun I've ever had.
And while this is going on, back in town, the blacksmith calls you and says, "Okay, your stuff is ready to go."
Thank you very much.
And he says, "That'll be 3 gold pieces."
Here you go.
Well, hope you and your dog have a fun time. And like I said, if you need adjustments or anything, just bring it back.
I sure will.
I'm just picturing myself as a 4 foot tall hellhound.
So you gather up the stuff and you head into the sky again.
Yep, back to our camp. Hopefully they didn't leave.
Once you get into the air, give me a perception check.
12.
Once you hit your normal flight altitude, you notice a couple of things. One, the wind is picking up.
Okay.
And two, there is a congregation of about 10 shapes off in the distance, all flying together in what looks like a pattern
Flying which way?
toward Gelborn. Um, and from the silhouettes in the sun that you can see, they look like dragons. Normally, dragons don't travel in groups like that.
How many
There,
was it?
there's about 10 of them.
Okay.
And
Do I
dragon,
see the light reflecting off of them, or do I see no light reflecting off of them?
you don't see any light reflection.
Okay, so they're not the metallics then.
Yep, definitely chromatic.
Yep.
No, probably not, from what you know. But you also know that dragons are very petty and territorial and jealous,
Most of the time, yes. There are a
and
few times that they will gather in groups.
usually when that happens, it's a sign of something.
Yep.
So, but you, after,
I'm going to try to pick up what color they are.
so you would have to fly considerably closer to them to do that.
I'll move up closer to like see what color they are since I'm behind them.
Um, well, give me another perception roll then.
This time it's 15.
You are able to quietly get closer to them. Um, these, in fact, when you get close enough to see, they are chromatic dragons, and there's at least one of each color.
Okay. Size judgment wise, what age range are we looking at?
I will tell you. Oh, these are all ancient. These are huge. These, and it also lets you can also fairly well remember from your parents telling you stories when you were a child that ancient dragons, even singly, only go out to hunt if they don't have a mate. Other than that, they stay inside. So there's something that got each of these ancient dragons to leave their lairs, and on top of that, whatever this thing is causing them to band together as a group. And they're headed toward Gelborn, or they're headed in the direction of Gelborn. You don't know if it's there that they're headed for, or if they're headed for the sea or something past that.
Right.
Uh, so, so what do you want to do?
Hell. I know I shouldn't do it, but I gotta see where they're going. I gotta see what's driving one of each chromatic to group like this.
Especially at that age, we're dogging dragons that are 1,000 years old.
Older than that.
Yeah, depending on, yeah, they can be, but they're at least that old. So, are you gonna fall in behind them, or what are you gonna do?
Yep.
So, you wait till they pass you, and you fall in behind them. Uh, are you going to attempt any communication, or are you just gonna silently follow them to see
Well,
where they go?
considering most chromatics are evil, I'm gonna have to try to silently follow them.
Yeah, because you would definitely know what kind of firepower that sand dragons of this age would have.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it pops into your head that whatever they're headed for is in big trouble because either that or there's something else out there that's causing it, which is even worse. So,
Yep.
either way, either way, it's not a good situation.
Is there a white worm in there at least?
Yeah,
Okay, so when I get the chance, if he's off by himself without the others noticing, I can at least approach him.
okay,
Because he's lawful evil, which means he can't attack me without me attacking him, without having a provocation first.
right.
I hope me just approaching does not cause the provocation, but I will give it a try again, approaching a great white worm
Yeah.
for the second time.
You
Hey, wait a
have
minute! It's not the same white worm I approached before, is it?
you're you're not close enough to find that out yet.
Okay. Well, like I said,
Uh,
I'm going to wait for my opportunity when it's kind of away from the pack to approach it without startling it, without giving a sense of battle presence, just and and get providing enough cover through him that the others don't sense me coming.
well,
Especially a red or a black dragon or a sand.
well, they for some reason they get to the edge of the sea and slow down.
Okay.
Uh,
The sea again.
yeah, they get to the water and slow down.
Okay, we got sea elves, and now we have a group of dragons going to the sea.
Well, Gelborn is a kingdom basically on the edge of the sea. It's they
I can't say it's just pure coincidence though when we have sea elves causing an issue and dragons going to the sea, chromatic dragons going to the sea. There's something suspicious in my mind going on right now.
they they don't unless they're in need of drinking water. they don't normally hang out
Right.
there. So,
Well, like I said, I'm waiting for my opportunity to approach the white dragon.
okay. When they stop at the sea, they congregate together to talk to each other. And as per usual with dragons, they can't come up with a cohesive plan. They're, you know, you can
My plan's better. No, my plan's better. No, my plan's
be
better.
basically that's exactly what you're dealing with. And like, cause
Thank God chromatics are so self-absorbed.
well, you get 10 dragons that are 4 digits and age wise. They're all gonna think they're the wisest of the group.
Yep.
Um,
What are they? What are they conflicting their plans about?
that you're not close enough to hear. At least not yet.
Okay. Well, let's move up closer so I can try to hear.
You can attempt to approach the white dragon. Um, uh,
I made a stealth check to approach closer for 19.
okay. You're able to do that because they're all distracted with this squabble they're having.
Okay.
Out of the corner of his eye, the white worm does see you. But strangely enough, it doesn't say anything. Like, it doesn't tell the other members of the group that you're there.
Bow kindly to him for not presenting that issue for me.
Um, it does back up slightly away from the others toward you.
So I know it's probably none of my concern, but for one of you to come out of your lair, it's a rare occasion. But for a representative of all color for chromatic to come out of their lair, that's concern.
There's reason for concern. And before I go into that, why are you here?
I've been in the area for a while now. I've been dealing with the issue for Canimir and the other kingdom, and then tell them about how the South got involved. So yeah, I go over with the whole story about it all and
Okay,
why I just came back. Was going back to Cormier, got armor, and then I saw them when I was going back to deliver the armor.
right. I guess we are a bit of a sight when you see us.
Oh, and the other reason why I'm so concerned about at least the direction is there was an incident with sea elves, and you all are headed to the sea.
He asked you what the CL issue was.
I tell them about the sea elf issue that knocked out most of the people in the morning at Cormier?
Uh, I was afraid that we were a bit slow. There's an underwater city not far from here.
Okay.
Mostly inhabited by sea elves.
Okay.
They want to take over all the islands in the area, of which there are 8. Um, this would not be a good thing because the the underwater cities would fight each other, and this would start a conflict that uh, normal land dwellers could not handle because of the level of magic with the elves.
Right.
So when we sensed a growing level of magic just off the coast of Gelborn, we decided that we needed to see what it was. And the level of magic is growing.
um, the level of magic that you're sensing, which way is it wavering?
You mean good or evil, or
Not good or evil. Okay, yeah, it, but chaotic or um
oh, it's
chaotic or justification magic.
uh, it's definitely chaotic. Um, if it was lawful, there would be a reason for this, and we have not been able to sense one.
And it tells me why all of you have come as well, being it's chaotic. Whether it's chaotic lawful, chaotic neutral, chaotic evil,
Well,
it's
yeah,
being chaotic itself.
we can't get those kind of details just yet.
But it does explain the kind of attitude the CLs performed when they were leaving the city.
You okay?
Um, my allergies bother my stomach,
Ah,
and so periodically that happens.
okay. Whew. You have me a little worried.
Um, are you normally in this area?
What was that? Sorry.
I, I said, are you normally in this area?
Um, well, it's not my home technically. I'm still young, as you see, and exploring. But I have taken up residence here for the past few, almost half year now, dealing with the issues of the uh, two kingdoms.
I would suggest two things. Well, I will say two things. If your compatriots are nearby, I would have them leave if I were you. Um, Secondly, since you've been here for a while, do the does the everyday populace of Solaria specifically, or Gelborn in a wider sense, do they feel like something is going on? Does it seem like they're nervous or
Well, when I came here for the concert, we ran across Naga who was looking for a certain book that I found that I had another ancient white dragon destroy for me because I couldn't touch it.
right?
Once he took care of that, it seems like everything that I configure has been centered around the conflict of these two nations, one trying to get more power over the other, but with what seems to be the third nation trying to manipulate it. But now I'm thinking the fourth nation, the undersea kingdom, is now manipulating the whole thing, at
That
least for this island area.
that could be because the elves would have enough magic to influence the other kingdom. Or maybe what's going on with the third kingdom is a distraction that the elves are using to hide what they really want to do.
Okay, well, are you familiar with poisons? I asked my mom about the poison that we found that was used on the princess of whatever the kingdom is, uh,
Canimir.
Canimir, that we're returning her to. And my mom couldn't quite uh, depict what the poison was.
Mm. Um,
And it comes from the south here.
uh,
So I'm trying to figure out what this is so I can have leverage over the south when I go to speak to them. But if it's something that technically the people of the south don't even technically know what the poison is, and the people who I got it from said that they were giving it to them by the people in the south, then maybe some other kingdom somewhere else is also trying to influence this.
mm.
Now that's my thinking now.
Well, I could see a sea elf magically concocting something.
And mom did say it did have a radiance of magic in it.
Yeah, I would say it was something that the sea elves came up with.
Okay.
Um, it seems like this situation is more complicated than we had originally thought.
More complicated than anyone had probably thought. They're thinking this is just the war of the land. No, it's could be something worse.
Um, yeah, because nobody knows what the CL's goal is, other than the preliminary one of controlling all the islands,
Right.
which in itself could stop any ship movement in the area.
Well, if they took over the islands, they wouldn't need the ships then.
Well, yeah, but they could stop ships from going through
Yeah.
without paying them for it. That that sort of thing.
Okay.
But uh,
Oh,
my my colleagues and I are going to fly over the islands now and see if we can sense anything.
okay.
You should take your adventuring party and uh, leave this area and not return for a while.
I wish we could, but we've been accused of so much stuff that all this is to clear our freaking names.
Uh, that's always difficult and never really ends well.
No, I know, but I got to do what I got to do, unfortunately.
Well, yeah. Just tell your friend it's about to get messy on another level.
Yep, I will let them know. Great. Just when I thought we got settled and we're ready, we're not ready.
Mhm. You're an adventurer, you're never ready because things always happen.
Yep.
You don't get those, if you're an adventurer, you don't get those nice, lazy Sunday afternoons where you can sleep in because that never works.
Oh, by the way, I tell them about the island with the other uh, ancient great white worm that's occupied.
Well,
The one that Jinx's what concert was supposed to happen on.
yeah.
So just to give them a heads up when they're passing over that island, that hey, there is that other great worm right there.
Uh, good, good to know in case we encounter him. Um, I would hope he'd be on our side for this, but one never knows.
Well, like I said, I made a lawful deal with him, and he obliged by it for us.
Hmm.
So as long as no one tries to provoke him, I don't see why he wouldn't. The only one that I could see really trying to provoke him is maybe you, because you are another ancient white worm moving into his area.
Well,
But
we're going to be at high enough altitude that, and we're not technically going to stay. So
right,
hopefully we don't have an issue.
yep. All right. I will return to my party then, because I know they're probably wondering where the hell I am. Because I didn't tell them what I was doing. I was going to get just a muzzle and a harness for a warhound. Well, warhound slash um, bitten hellhound.
Uh,
We don't know how long he's going to be remaining that form. So since he's stuck there right now, I need to be able to control him from biting other people and being able to protect himself when we need him to fight for us.
Yes, sadly, people can't sh- shapeshift on demand like we can.
Right. Well, this is a bat person that was created by Drow, so I don't know how it affects him, if he can learn to shapeshift it with it or not.
Yeah, that's that's an interesting combination. Uh, good luck with that.
Yep. I just don't want to have to explain to the freaking whole world how we got a hellhound. I'm just going to say he came up to us and laid in my lap.
Because they're nice, sweet, and cuddly, apparently.
Yep.
But
All right. Thank you for the information. I taken enough of your time.
hopefully things go well and we have an opportunity to see each other again at some point.
Hopefully, always in good terms.
Yeah. So with that, he turns around and flies back up to the other ones. Um, and they continue their squabble / planning.
And I head back to our campsite tree.
Right. So within a little bit of time, you are actually there. And Kenna and Jinx are both waiting for you. Jinx, still in his hound form, is sort of just lounging under the tree like your average dog would. And
Okay.
Kenna's sitting a little bit away from him so that,
I tried to perch, but it didn't work. I just fell on me noggin.
well, yeah. So you get to tell them everything that just happened.
Can we take a break now because I gotta help my mom because of hip surgery get up steps?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, it's getting a bit late on my end too. So
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock here. Uh, d- do you guys just need to end it here? And
yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, we could just end it here.
Yeah, gives
Okay.
gives Korai something to find out next game.
that way, with all if you've got stuff you've got to do for her, that way you won't be rushing around trying to fit it into a break.
Oh no, it'd only take me 10 minutes to get her up here and roughly into bed.
But yeah,
But this is fine.
yeah,
And we're gonna lose Jinx pretty soon. It sounds like. So.
Mhm.
yeah. Last thing you wanted the hellhound snoring. So, is,
Yeah, we've already had the bat snoring.
I am so sorry every time I fell asleep
oh,
in game.
that's okay. We
I really
We-
don't mean to.
we just give you grief. We end up using it. I'm like, I ended up using it for storm noises the last
Yes,
time.
yes,
So,
you provided thunder for us. That was
So-
thoughtful of you.
so it works. But,
I didn't know I snored that loud.
yeah, I think you literally snored into the microphone, whether you have a microphone or a headset or what it is.
I have a
Right, I'll
headset.
catch y'all next week or 2 weeks.
All right.
All right.
3
See
weeks,
you later.
whatever it is.
As
Should
to
be 2.
good to play with you. I hope everything goes well with you this week.
Well, I hope everything goes well with you guys too. I can't wait for the next game session. Hopefully, Cora will be there so she can find out that I am a werewolf.
No, you're a hellhound.
Well, hell.
And you get muzzled next week.
No scene for this part.
You better hope your rolls are good if you're gonna try that. But
Oh, my rolls are probably going to be terrible. We all know
well,
that.
no, I don't mean yours. I mean LaFall, if he's the
Right
one
when she tries to
trying to.
muzzle you.
Yeah, it's like I can just see this not going well. But
Well,
well,
LaFall's usually good with her rolls.
yeah, but you are not a creature that would willingly be muzzled. So this should be fun.
Oh,
Well,
Yeah,
But
maybe
it's
I
either
could.
I'm either going to knock you out or I'm going to tackle you, pin you, and I'm going to have Kenna help me.
Or I can see if my drum affects him the same way it did the other 2 hellhounds I had enthralled with my music. I mean,
All right, I got to go.
All right,
Bye.
night, everyone.
night. And as we just said, we're gonna leave it here for tonight. And I hope everybody who sees it enjoyed it as much as we did, because I think things are gonna be somewhat interesting for me here on out. I should have this up within a day or 2. I'm behind one. I don't have the last week's up yet, which I'll try and do tonight. Um, and stay tuned next time for another episode of Vampire. We'll get to see if Melody reappears, because they're running around like crazy on her thoroughbred farm, and there's nobody to stop them anymore. So, in fact, we'll see if she has a thoroughbred farm left by now.
right.
Uh,
The horses
so,
are all werewolf food at this point.
right. It'd be really bizarre. Have a werehorse and be like, you have this thoroughbred horse worth $60,000.
Running around tearing people up.
Yeah, because it was bit by a werewolf. So every full moon, it just starts destroying things. Because I don't think they have stats for a werehorse, but we'll figure it out. And like and subscribe and all that fun stuff, and the description, the links for all of Robin's books are in the description, so go buy multiple copies of those. And unless you have anything you want to add.
See you next time.
Yeah. And so I will end it here for tonight. And like I said, tune in for Vampire next week. And we are slowly creeping toward 4th of July, so I'm beginning to formulate the next Call of Cthulhu, which is always fun. So, but we'll see everybody next week, and hopefully they have a good rest of the week.